Okay, Debbie, we're here. I don't like the way that song stops.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it needs to go into a little, I don't know. I don't know. It just stops abruptly, and I don't like that. So, you had a shit day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a shit day as well. Okay. So, I'm sorry. Let's see. Hi, Marcia E. Hi, Wisco. Hi, Juspito. WH, I see you. Hi, Christoph. Wendy's front yard. Hi. I am fresh off of Savage's live, which I really enjoyed her live. I enjoy the music. I really do. I enjoy her music. Okay. So we've watched Family. We watched Thousand Pound Sisters. And we watch Sister Wives. Where do you want to start, Debbie?
wherever you want to
I know
start.
you can
Which
say that.
which show you want to start with first? Put it
Okay,
like
let's start with Sister Wives. Go ahead. Go for it. Let's go Sister Wives. Let's go Sister Wives.
Sister Wives. Okay, so we finally see this poor defenseless animal nibble on Amy and probably gotta get all the injections.
No, that's a Thousand Pound Sisters.
Oh, it
That's,
is? Who we talking about? Sister Wives?
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so now we start with this bullshit. Mary finally getting
Wait a
mad.
minute. Stop. Stop. When I said Sister Wife, you said this poor defenseless animal. I thought you were talking about Cody. I really did.
No, I was talking about that camel that got to get all the
Okay.
shots because he bit
Okay.
Amy.
Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, we'll get to that. But let's do Sister Wife.
Sister Wives. Sorry. Like I tell you, it's not just been a long day, it's been a long couple of weeks. But today
Oh,
was like dumb meeting dumber at my job. So
hi, Drea. I know I'm going to bring my
um
ass to sleep after this. Trust and believe.
Sister Wives. Okay. Mary and Janelle. Um, I don't know. Hip hip fucking hooray for Mary for finally coming to her senses and seeing what it is right in front of her face. But I don't really care. Um,
Okay, I, I do have a question. So they
mhm,
both were in Flagstaff.
right.
Is there a reason why they had to meet at the property or not sit down in a restaurant and have a conversation?
I think it was to show us all them damn trailers that Cody got out there with his little failed businesses because
That's
that's what the property was being used for. Him putting shit out there.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, and then did you see that white truck that was going down the hill? Wasn't that Cody's truck?
Probably.
Okay, go ahead. I was like, I wouldn't be out there in that hot ass sun having this long ass discussion. I would be sitting somewhere with a drink in my hand, talking about
I
this piece of shit that we were married to and how he gypped us. Okay, go ahead.
I am also a little frustrated because they still fucking around with the timeline
Thank
because I
you.
found out that the baptism was held later on, like post Garrison's event.
Yes.
And then we went back to Valentine's Day, but now I'm beginning to doubt whether any of those events were on Valentine's Day because, like, when Christine and David went into the restaurant, it was in the middle of the day, but there was nobody there.
Nobody in there. Nobody.
And
And
then the dinner
with Cody and Robin
with Cody and Robin
had a baby
and
crying in the
him giving
background.
her like let me see how much this is, two four like about 6 grand worth of jewelry from
Yep. Oh,
David Yerman again.
yep.
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Yes, I saw it because I was looking at something else on David Yerman and I
Yep.
remember
I was
seeing that
looking at the
turquoise
necklace and the
shit.
earrings. Yep, the necklace and the earrings.
No, we saw a bracelet and the earrings, but I bet you
Oh, I
anything
thought
there
it
was
was a
a necklace.
necklace. Yeah, one was a necklace in that bigger box.
I only saw the bracelet and the earrings, but I assumed he gave her the necklace because that's why I looked up the price.
Yeah, it was a necklace there. I didn't see the bracelet, so I saw the earrings and the necklace. I must have turned away because I can't stand looking at her big ass head and his his balding ass. I can't stand them. But
But where did they have them? In the back of the place behind a partition?
yes,
Like
with
that
the
was so
line
weird.
behind them, the kids screaming. But okay, you brought into mind that question. Any place you go on Valentine's Day, I don't care if it's lunch, I don't care if it's brunch, it's like Mother's Day. You can go anywhere on Father's Day, everything is not crowded. You go anywhere. Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, you're not getting in that door, or they're packed. They're
It's just
packed.
odd. It's just very odd.
So yeah, someone said last week in the chat that that baptism was after Garrison. So it just seemed quite odd that they jumped to that, and then now we're back again, just like you said. I can't take this timeline. And what I can't take is every time Christine is with David, she is comparing what Cody used to do to what he's doing. I'm tired of having these Cody conversations with David. I'm sorry.
I
It's just
think it
driving me
is
nuts.
I think it is useful. And here's why. It's part of her process because we did not see her go through any sort of therapy, right?
Well, maybe she shouldn't have married him until she was over all of this shit.
But she still would have been comparing because
Well,
she
that's
had no
true.
other reference point because Cody was her first and only. And
Okay,
so
that's true.
now, whenever David does something, like she's going to call it into question. And it's just not what she's familiar with.
That's true.
Like,
Okay.
and I can see her, like, Christine is a bit mentally immature.
Yeah.
This is technically her first real relationship where there is feelings on both sides. And she wasn't bartered into this or given into this, like it's so weird. I don't like their setup. But I'm going to give her some grace on this because it's like she's experiencing this for the first time. And you know what made me give her grace? When she started asking McKelty, well, does Tony do this and does Tony do that? And if somebody did this, what would you do? Like she's
Yeah.
asking fucking
Yep.
McKelty.
Yep. Yep. That's true. That's
She's
true.
so unsure. And kudos to David.
He's got the patience of a damn saint.
Well, that's probably because he got kicked in the head by a mule or something.
Okay.
But he does have the patience for her, and bless his little heart that he does. And I think I'll give her patience because she is processing this by making the comparisons, and he's giving her like his understanding by saying, well, in my sister family,
Yep.
they
He
did
did.
this, which is also helping her realize, like, didn't she sit up there one day and say, oh my God, can you believe that I did this, I lived this way,
She
I
lived
like.
she lived with the man that was having relations with other women. She
Yes.
said, "Yep,
So
that's
we're
what."
seeing her processing it, and we're seeing her whole reality that she knew before leaving Cody.
Yeah,
And she
that's
was
true.
raised up in this. We are seeing her pick all of her life training apart.
That's true. Okay, I can look at it that way now.
Yeah.
Now that you put it into perspective, because to me, if I'm sitting and having Valentine's dinner with my partner, I damn sure don't want to be talking about what my ex didn't do or what they did. And I don't want to hear what his ex used to do or what she didn't do while we're out celebrating our first Valentine's together. Okay?
But I'm
That's the
sure
way I'm
that they
seeing.
did not talk about that on their real Valentine's Day. They spoke about this for the cameras. I think they had their own Valentine's celebration private. But again, I, I think we are
Hi,
frustrated with it
avoiding. Mm-hmm.
because we know better.
Yep. So, I have to think of it the way you just broke it down, and I appreciate you for that. High avoiding eye contact. And you're right, Jen and Barrett. Grace needs to be given, and I wasn't giving any grace. Debbie made me see it, and then thinking back on how Christine is actually, she's very immature for a woman of her age when you're going to your daughter, uh, well, uh, sorry, not her daughter, Janelle's daughter, and
No,
asking,
McKelty's hers.
yeah, McKelty is Christine's. Oh, damn, all these
Yeah.
girls. Okay, and going there, yeah, because Janelle only has one daughter and the rest are sons. Okay, that's right. So what I didn't understand though was with when Cody was with Robin, she was asking him about his trip to see the girls. Now,
Mhm.
he admitted, which I'm shocked at, that in his head, he was thinking that the wives, that the ones that left, were turning his kids against him. When we know that's not true.
He knew
You,
that wasn't true
yes,
too.
we knew that wasn't true.
But again, he takes no accountability for anything. So what does he do? Blame everybody else. And the simple lack of understanding that the phone works both ways
Yep,
is difficult for him. So I don't care anything about him or Robin. And when he was first of all, he should have never disclosed that conversation that he had with Aspen, because
nope,
Aspen don't tell her business on this show.
nope,
Then when he's being vulnerable and telling her about this conversation that he had with Aspen, and Aspen said to the effect of like, "Why don't you like me?" She said, "That sounds like a confrontation. Fuck you, Robin."
yep,
But it also shows us how divisive this woman has been and continues to be. He is having a conversation with his estranged children, and
yep.
yet you are still trying to turn this man against his children.
And if people were like, oh no, no, she's been doing this since except for McKelty. She's been doing it since they got together.
She
But
was doing it to McKelty. Why do you think she took McKelty in to turn McKelty against her own mother?
well, yeah, but she
She
still
she
favored
she
well, that's
fawns
what I meant.
over McKelty's children to hurt the grandmother.
Yep, that's true. Now, Wendy said that, and I agree with you on that. When Cody told Christine, that he was no longer attracted to her, that's when she kicked him out. It wasn't because of the kids. It's because he said he was no longer attracted to her.
Right, but don't forget, he never paid attention to her kids because she had the majority
Nope.
of the girls.
And remember what he said? He went to see Christine's kids, not
He
his
always say
kids.
that.
Yep, not his kids.
No,
Christine's
the
kids.
only person is his kids is our kids is Robin kids.
Yep.
But in his head, I bet you he only mean the two small ones because he don't give a shit about them two big ones.
Well, it's three bigger ones. It's the two girls and the boy that's living either in that damn garage thing or
He
with his
live with
dad.
his
But I was still
daddy.
living with his dad.
Yeah, he lived with his daddy. I don't think he's around there
Yep.
anymore.
Yep. He's with his dad. So they were doing all of that. But I found uh quite interesting that Janelle is now thinking about getting a spiritual divorce.
Because she said that she still believes in her faith. And when you believe in your faith, for them, she realizes that she's tied for eternity with Bozo the Clown.
Yep. And even
And she
Christine and
also realizes, but doesn't verbalize, that she is the third that allows him to get to the highest celestial heavens tier or whatever it is
mm-hmm.
um, in their afterlife. And
Now,
she saw Mary did it, and she's like, do I want to be stuck with him in the afterlife? Because she still believes. And so she probably does it. And I hope Mary do walk her down to the leader or whoever the hell he is. That girl on Notes to Self 441. Take it down to her daddy and get the release and give him another abandonment charge, because Robin is trying to aim to get another wife up in there. And with all of these, with at least one abandonment charge against Cody, I don't think they're going to give him a wife. So they're going to have to go on seeking sister wife to find them new prey.
Yeah, because she really doesn't want to live a monogamous relationship because she don't want to work. But I found it odd, and I don't remember Cody saying this, but when Janelle said that, hold on, she said Cody said that he had met a diesel jeans model and she's everything I want.
Yeah, that's what he described Robin.
So right there, and then we saw Christine talking about when she found out that Cody sealed the proposal with Robin with a kiss and how
Mm-hmm.
upset she was.
They focusing on the wrong things because I
Thank
can
you.
give two shits about a kiss. Robin, as we know, is a hoe. However, Janelle says something really that really hit me. When her and Mary may not be the best of friends and
That's
have a
right.
lot of personal animosities and character differences and all of that. But when all is said and done, those two women banded together along with Christine
Yep.
to raise the family and put the family first.
Yep.
And when Janelle said that she was holding together her brassiere
With
strap
diaper
with
pins.
diaper pins, and she said Robin was not there during the struggle
Yep.
year. The struggle years when they was filing for bankruptcy, when they was living in the trailers, when they was picking up and
Moving from
moving
here
all
to
the
there.
time
Yep.
and having baby after baby,
Yep. And she said it.
and
They've
getting the
been
food
through all
stamps
the
and all
rough
of that.
times.
She
Yep.
said she
Yep.
wasn't there for that. She came in at a time when the tides was turning.
Yep.
Let him go and have his diesel jeans model. They deserve each other, but she will never be a sister wife because
Nope.
she was never there during the
She
struggle.
wasn't there during the struggle. She's just an added piece of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that's what she is. And they sitting there proclaiming their love for each other. I was about to puke. I was like, can I please just get over this part? And now when they put the vanity together, he said
Oh
he's
wait, I got another thing to say about
what?
that section.
What?
Janelle mentioned how she paid for a lot of stuff. She was the breadwinner.
Yep.
And then Cody was saying some bullshit about how Robin paid for bills. What did Robin pay
Robin
for?
never paid no damn bills. They
But
paid
Cody
all
said
Robin's
it.
bills.
Cody said it. And then he said something else where I had to get out my calculator and do the math. He said that he paid an extra $160,000.
$160,000.
But if
Yep.
you take $800,000 and divide it by 5, you get 160. That's Christine's share that he's claiming.
Yep.
Because remember when they bought it, technically she would have been a fifth, and a fifth of 180,000 is 160. He is claiming her share.
Yep.
He did
He
not
is.
pay an extra 160. He is a fraud and a usurper.
When he said that, I was like, where did he get an extra 160 for himself? But when they were looking at the property, and when Janelle told Mary she wants to make sure she gets her proper share,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the total of the acreage, not just that little plot.
Right.
And I said, you go ahead, Janelle, because she
Janelle will always
deserves
be
it.
fair, and Mary will always be fair, despite their character flaws. They will always be fair to each other. Mm-mm-mm. Hot
But
mess express.
so, and when Mary was talking to Janelle, she said that they were always team players. They might not have gotten along, but they were team players.
Yeah.
That is something that Robin has never been, is a team player.
Correct. Yep.
That's it. She's never been that. But when they were doing, when he was saying, how talking to Cody, how Valentine's Day is special, and he always did something special for the kids. The only kid I saw him doing something special for is that little girl. I've never seen him do anything special unless I've missed it over these years for any of those other girls.
I don't ask me either because he is very peculiar. He has a very selective memory. Him and Robin.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, 14 acres and a mule. Yes, Robin did create these bills, but I like the way Mary and Janelle were reminiscing about how they always had each other's backs. Robin never had anybody's back except for her own. That's it.
Hmm.
But when they were talking about, and then what do you think of what Cody says? He didn't mean he never loved his wives. He was just hurt by what they did to him and how they took a piece of his soul.
Backpedaling and pussy popping, and nobody has time for that.
He said he was trying to dial in and how he was bullying him. You said over and over for 2 seasons now that you never loved them. You said you never loved Mary. You never loved Christine. You last week you said Janelle used you for your washboard abs.
Mm-mm-mm.
He's saying it was just all crap. He didn't really mean it, but he was hurt. Does anybody believe that?
Mm-mm-mm.
He said that I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry, something but trash. He was saying that they were a piece of trash or they treated him like a piece of trash. I can't remember. But I was looking at him going, are you believing the shit that's coming out of your mouth right now? Does it
Child.
maybe they've been reading the Reddit posts. Maybe they've been reading how people really feel about them, and they see that people can't stand him or Robin, so now they're trying to come across like they're so empathetic and so caring. It's not working for me. So why hasn't he reached out to his sons? Why?
Because they would give him the most pushback. He feel he could get over on
From
on
the girls.
Christine's girls
Hmm.
because Christine's stupid and
And
probably
why
raised
hasn't he
stupid
went to
girls.
see? But what I found strange was he said he didn't know how many of them were there.
He didn't. He didn't. He I think he was surprised that the different wives' children intermingle. Or either that or he didn't know who actually lived in Utah.
I don't think he know who actually lived in Utah.
Mm.
I don't think he knew. And you wouldn't know if you don't speak to them.
Oh
So
Lord.
he wouldn't know.
Mm-mm. But
I don't know, but
it didn't show well. And then with
nope.
Robin piling on top, saying how one that his conversation was not aggressive,
Confrontational.
confrontational. No, it wasn't. That was his child asking him, "Why don't you like me?"
And her mother never told her that. Never. That's the way she was feeling. Can you imagine if she's feeling that way? Because that's the one that had the surgery, right? Aspen, right? She,
No,
no,
no. Isabella had the surgery.
Isabella had the surgery. He wasn't there for Isabella. What has he ever been to that it wasn't for Robin's kids?
Well, you should say what he's gone to with the other kids that Robin hasn't interfered with or ruined.
That's true. Janelle's kids always talk back. She raised them to be strong and question things.
That's why he ain't gonna fuck with him. So I think he must have rolled up in there and saw some of Janelle's brood up in there and was like, wait, hold on. I ain't asked for this.
Hmm. But what made him decide to go and visit? And then he was talking about the twins and how he want to spend more time uh with the twins, which are McKeltridge, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because they change every month. Well, you could do that, but you choose not to.
Well, if he went to go and see the twins, I'm surprised Robin let him go by himself
Yep.
because she tries to manipulate McKelty.
Well, anything else that you think of that happened that was of significance on this one?
Mm,
Because I'm still waiting. I don't know if they're going to even talk about Garrison.
next week.
What they made it seem like it, but I don't think so.
Next week they'll talk about Garrison.
Are you
Because you
sure?
saw in the preview, poor Janelle. Like, I'm gonna have to get my toilet paper ready. I feel like it's gonna be
Okay.
a hard episode for all of us.
Well, shit. He's been dead now. What? 2 years? A year and a half?
No, a year. It was last March.
And we're just getting around to it.
We've caught up a lot because technically we're a year out with the baptism thing. Because I heard that was either April or May of last year.
Yep, it was after Garrison.
And that must sting the rest of the kids to see how he there celebrating and carrying on as if there's no care in the world with that girl. And her baptism, celebrating like her, and well, I can't even say celebrating her baptism into the religion because he fucked that up by whispering in her ear. But yeah, that should be quite interesting how the other children take that. Excuse me.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see. Anything else? I'm reading the chat. Sounds like Janelle is going to speak on Garrison next show. Next week with Janelle. Okay, she's talking about it. Aspen was the one who at age 10 had to talk younger ones on because Cody. Oh, that's right. Janelle's kids always talk back. I saw that. Okay, anything
Mm,
else of significance that happened on this episode of Sister Wives?
I don't think so. But I would, I do wonder if losing a child made Cody change his perspective on the land. And that Robin was the one who was dragging her feet for an entire
Yeah,
year.
but he said that Robin didn't want to sell. Remember, he said that this episode. She wanted
Right.
to
The
hold on to it.
thing is, you got he should want to sell too. And he probably does want to sell because he doesn't want to live on that property. So if
Yep.
it's three owners against one, they could force that sale.
And did you hear what uh what Janelle said when they were talking about the house of Robin? How Cody said that Robin needed to have her own estate. Did you
Yes,
hear?
and do you remember back when they was buying that house? All of a sudden, Janelle started talking about she need to get an estate for her children.
Yep.
That's the reason why.
Got it. Okay. I was like, he
May
was
I ask
showing
what
them
you
all
prefer them?
along, that Robin was more important and what she wanted.
Hold up. Jen and Barrett, great name, has a good question. May I ask which sister wife each of us prefer? I'm down for Janelle. I'm down for Janelle. She might be stupid in a lot of ways, but I do like Janelle.
I like Janelle. I like her because she's the business minded one. Well, I married to me and I've been saying this for seasons, when all of that catfish shit happened, if that would have been a man, Mary would have left. She would have left then. And the fact that she stuck around and took all of the mistreatment from not just Cody, but from all of them is crazy to me. It's like she doesn't have a backbone. It's like she didn't know. Well, I can see maybe she doesn't know where she fit at. But I like Janelle. I do. Especially when she says, I know where the bones are buried. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
She do, because she said that she was doing the taxes with the accountant.
Yep, but Cody made it seems like Janelle was making all the money decisions when no, that wasn't true.
No, she was just helping him decipher the accounts. That's all
Yep,
that
that's
was. And
it.
then he would go. He knew how to work that ATM card. He knew how to make all of those withdrawals with all of
Look,
his failed businesses that he didn't bother to tell any of those women about.
I like Drea. Drea said we like to talk crap on all of them.
Hmm.
Well, that's true, but to me, I think Mary should have been gone. And I've always said if that catfish was if that wasn't a catfish, if that was really a man, Mary was willing to leave and go. So she herself, and then Cody gave her all of these things to prove herself. And
Hmm.
he kept pushing that goalpost out further and further.
Hmm.
He didn't want her, and
Nope.
she knew it. So why is this a new revelation to her? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You knew this man didn't want you. He was done. Once he got Robin, and now your friend is telling you it's always been Robin, but everybody's thinking that you introduced them. No, not from what they're saying.
Okay. Wendy's front yard says, but she shit on them too, like telling Christine that she needed to change if Cody wasn't treating her right, something her mom said to her. But that's part of their culture though. It's never the man. If the man is angry at you, then it's you who have to change. It's not because he kicked your ass last night and that's why you mad at him. It's so strange what they do to women in this culture. I saw a TikTok video. Robin stole money from
Wait
all
a
of them,
minute.
and Kotex didn't know, not sure how true it is. Oh, allegedly. What? But we
Wait,
all know she stole
what?
money from them.
What?
Good evening, Miss Heidi.
Look, wait a minute, Debbie. When you see I saw a TikTok, I said, wait a minute, Debbie, you watch TikTok? I was like,
No, I'm reading Drea.
I was like, wait a minute, Debbie, you on TikTok?
No, y'all my source for TikTok. I don't go on that. Um, I'd live to see that list. Obviously, he had crazy things on it to make sure she didn't
Yep.
follow it. And she followed everything. Didn't oh God, didn't Janelle say that Mary was like a dog with a bone?
Yep.
Cody should have known that she would have kept on. Like, that was a 10-year ever evolving list. Come on now.
And he kept pushing it further and further. I mean,
Yep.
even, and she said herself, she did everything he asked her to do, and it still wasn't enough. I would have never divorced my husband, ever. But that's the culture you're in. Okay.
But that was probably on the list.
Well, that's true. What? Mm. Didn't think
Why I
about that,
feel
Debbie.
Sperm Brows sneaked out the family to take Kotex. Uh-uh. Drea
Thank you,
sent me the
Drea.
video. Boldly doing it in everybody's faces.
You
Yep.
know
From the
what?
moment she said, "Where do we put our bills? Right here on the counter."
Yep,
From the
and all of her
moment she
bills
said
went
that.
there. Because her ex-in-law said she loves to spin.
Mm-hmm. Hold
Jesus.
on.
What?
And that jewelry that he got her, Hold on.
Yeah, somebody said it was like 4,000. You said six. I saw somewhere in the
Because
chat.
I put together all three pieces. So the earrings were 22.50. The bracelet was 18.50. The necklace was 17.50.
She's not the type to me that looks good in a necklace. Her neck's too fat and is too, there is no separation there.
I'm not saying nothing about her fat neck because I got fat neck. What I am saying is this piece of shit David Yurman jewelry that she got, he could have got better. But we see you, Robin. You got expensive
But he
taste.
says that Robin likes to spend. That's what he said this episode.
My shopping queen or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep. He said his shopping queen. That's what he said. Hmm.
But I hate to speak on children. But I wonder what that little girl gonna grow up to be.
Which one?
The youngest one from
Oh, I thought
Robin.
you meant, well, I thought you meant the one that Cody was eyeing to be his wife. Allegedly.
The little young one that got the vanity stand.
Yeah. And they tell me
Why
she's
she
going
gotta
to school
clock
with
her kids
makeup on.
so she don't go to school with makeup on? Why does
Right.
she have makeup at that age?
Thank you. Well, some little kids got their little play little stuff, but why the hell is she wearing that to school? And I hope she's not putting
Mm-mm.
on her makeup like her mother. That's scary. And I don't even
Mm-mm.
wear this shit. I have somebody do it for me when I need it. So, oh, I don't have, I think that's one of the reasons I never got into makeup. I'm not getting up an hour and a half early just to do my damn makeup. I ain't got time for all of that. And then you got to keep primping all during the day and shit. Nah, I ain't got time for all of that. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, what the neck? You see how her neck? I'm sorry. Let me stop talking. She just don't look like she'll look good. You know how some women can wear jewelry and it hangs nice? Well, she doesn't have the neck for it. I'm sorry. She just doesn't. Her neck is all fat and I'm sorry. I'm just let me just shut up. Let me just shut up. I gotta stop paying attention to stuff. I shouldn't be paying attention to stuff like that. It's not her fault that her neck is as wide as her head. Okay. Is there anything else, Debbie, that happened that was good?
Not the neck is as wide as her head. What
She's got
are
a
you
big ass
saying?
head.
That's her hair.
That's her. That's her. Her face is so droopy. I always, every time I see her, it looks like she's sleepy.
I heard she lost some weight, so she was probably
Where?
on the Ozempic. She probably back to
Where?
being
In
a
the
decent
head? The
beauty
neck?
model.
Where?
Right, but
Where?
this is last year that we looking at on the TV. I hear now that she's skinny.
Okay. I'll believe you then. It's called putting on face. Put it on your face. Okay. I don't have time for all of that. I'm good at lip gloss and putting on a little lipstick. That's it. I don't have time to beat the eyes and to do this. And I have all of this shit. I got the false eyelash. I got all that shit. I'll take it with me when I know I'm going to need somebody to put it on for me. I just don't have time. Never did. My mother put on makeup for me for my senior pictures. Girl, by the time I got to school and went to that bathroom, all that shit was off. Do you know when my mother saw my pictures for senior my senior picture, she was so mad. And I'm thinking, why the hell you mad? I didn't say that to her though. I paid for them pictures. I don't want all that makeup on. I like the
Mm-mm.
natural look. Okay, I like all natural. Let's see. Anything else that happened with them that we need
Mm-mm.
to discuss?
No.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Moving along. Let's get to our camel bite.
Mm.
Uh, now, why is it when they were at the lake, I thought that everybody was taking a bath for the first time in weeks.
Oh my God. Well, in Amy's case, maybe yeah.
Did you see how dirty their legs were? Not the feet, the legs.
Well, then what was on? I thought Amy had a tan.
I don't know what that was dirt.
Oh no.
What tan? That was dirt.
I
So
seriously thought Amy had a tan.
they
Never
all get
mind.
in the
I
water, they
digress.
having fun, and Tammy actually got in the water. Amy's showing, she got out the water, her cooter showing because she never wears underwear. And can
Oh
we?
my God. They had to blur out when she
Yes,
bent
her
over.
cooter was showing. She never wears underwear, just like when she went do the pole dancing stuff. Can you explain to me why Amanda is sitting on the beach with a fitted sheet?
I was wondering that too. I was like, y'all don't have towels?
Can anybody explain to me? I was waiting for Amy to say it's time for Amanda's ass to get out my house right then and there, to be honest. I was waiting for it. But can y'all explain to me why they were there? Why Amanda was there with a fitted sheet? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
I don't know.
Who brings a fitted sheet to the beach or to the lake?
Listen, I thought it was a beach when I saw it, and then I remembered like where they live, and I'm
It's a
like,
lake, yeah.
I didn't. So that was dirt leading into the water, not
Yeah, but
like
there was some nice houses up there. Did you see that? How did they let them in there?
because it's a swimming hole, ain't it?
Yes, a swimming hole. That's what it is. But
Mm,
Chris and Brittany weren't there, which was
no,
shocking. So how did
because they
Amy
probably
and
had to
Tammy
work
get
at
there?
McDonald's. They
Huh?
can't be there all the time
But how did Amy and Tammy get there? Oh,
because
I forgot
wasn't
because Amanda
Misty and
drives.
Amanda
I forgot.
driving them,
I forgot. Amanda drives.
and Misty too.
Oh, that's right. And
And
then
it
you
was
had
a girls.
Amanda's
It was
fat
a
ass
girls'
sons
day
that were
out.
there. Did you see how big her sons are?
Uh huh. But why they had to show up?
I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know.
It was
But they
supposed to be a girls' outing, and her big old obnoxious boys coming along too.
Amanda don't leave home without them, so I guess that's her American Express card. I don't know.
The flat sheet was dirty. What do
Yes,
they
it
on that
was.
screen?
Were they using that as a blanket, maybe?
So
Y'all,
then what
I'm
are they
going to the
putting on the
lake and I'm
damn
bringing my
bed?
fitted sheet. I'm bringing my fitted sheet to the lake. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, I'm bringing my fitted sheet to the lake.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't. First, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I said, that's a fitted sheet. It's a fitted sheet. So they're talking about Amy's relationship with Brian and how things are moving so fast. And then, of course, they asked Tammy. Now, I was confused on this part myself because I swore we found out maybe a couple of seasons back that one of Amanda's sons was gay and somebody else is gay.
Mm.
I don't know if it's Chris's son or one of them. It's two of them that are gay in that family. Why would she think her family would have a hard time with her dating a woman? And when Misty said it or Amanda said it, she was surprised when she married Caleb because they always thought she was going to marry a woman. Remember,
Yep.
she was always saying she was pansexual. This is
Uh-huh.
nothing new. This is nothing new.
No.
So I'm trying to figure out why did she make such a big deal about it? And she was shocked they were so supportive. Wendy's front, your interesting theory regarding RJ. I bet that's why RJ goes to her, probably brought them boy. You know what? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Because we've been wondering where the fuck the boys went.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she said, wherever I go, my boys go.
Mm-hmm. Christoph, we was asking the same thing last week. Where did they go?
That's what I wanted to know because all of a sudden they're back at Amy's. And I'm like, where were they when she was
Um,
in Florida?
Wendy says that Chris's son has a girlfriend and a baby. And
And see,
Chris's
that's the one that
daughter
in
and
that
her
family.
baby lives at home with them,
Yes,
right?
it's one of them is two gay, two boys in that family are gay. Amanda said one of her sons is gay. So does the other one have a
Misty.
son?
How many
Misty?
kids does Misty have?
I don't know, but I remember. You remember when they had that big when Chris was out there barbecuing and everybody was out there? Two of those
Mhm.
boys are gay.
Or
Amanda
was
says
it
one of
Amanda's
her.
boy and his boyfriend that you was looking at?
No, it's there are two, and even she said it in a confessional. There are two people in her family that are gay.
Maybe it's Misty's kids.
Yeah, but we don't see Misty's kids. We don't. Do we see Misty's kids?
We barely see Misty.
That's true. That's
Misty keeps
true.
her stuff private.
Now Chris's son is good looking, and he's skinny.
Oh, wait, didn't he come to a surgery last
Yes, he was
season?
there at Chris's surgery.
Thank you. Okay, now I remember who he is. Never mind. Yes. Okay. And he brought the partner with the kid.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. He was at Chris's surgery.
Makes you wonder about Tammy's. Well, they could afford to tear up that house that Tammy was in because that's their daddy's house. Let them tear it up. I don't care if she's gay. No, they don't care that she's gay.
But she's always said she was pansexual.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out, well, maybe she's embarrassed by old ugly forgot what's her name with the missing tooth on the other side.
Oh, Wendy said that she came out as Pan back when she was with Jerry. They booming.
Yes. Yes, when she was with the guy that was feeding her all the damn candy. The little skinny black dude who was married. Jerry. Yeah, that's his name.
I agree with you, Christoph. Chris is kind of cute until he gets into the car seat and all of that back fat
Yep.
shit.
So we have uh Tammy going again to trying to see about her surgery. Now,
Waste of time.
yeah, how
Waste
the fuck are
of
you gonna
time.
do good by taking in 100 proteins? I mean, oh God, the day before, and you know what you need to do to get this surgery. You're still vaping, and you're not getting the protein that you need. So why are we driving her to see these doctors?
For screen time, because notice it was Chris who was driving her. Whenever Chris is around, it's just to get screen time.
Okay, but Chris had to go get himself checked. Well, he no, he didn't get checked. The doctor was
No, he
just
looks
asking him.
in on her appointment.
Yeah, because I think that Chris is just there spying so he can tell the family what's going on.
Nah, don't forget, Brittany sent him to find out about her getting the surgery too. Because remember, he started talking about how he want to get his titties and back done, and then he slipped in that Brittany is thinking about it, and she brought it up first. He had to stress that,
Yeah.
so he was sneaking in on
So why
Tammy's
didn't Brittany
appointment.
go with them to the doctor then?
Mm.
So she can get weighed in. And you know what I mean? So she can be weighed in.
Brittany's reaction to that bite was like she
Yeah,
is
we getting to that bite
gold
right
this
now.
season. Brittany
Let's
is everything this season.
let's talk about this damn camel bite. Let's talk about Amy and Brian going axe throwing. First of all, Amy can't see shit. How was she throwing an axe?
Let me tell you, I wouldn't have been in that facility with her holding the axe in her hand.
Girl, that's the first thing I thought about. I said, good thing there's a cage separating. I did.
Yeah, but she'll throw it backwards.
Yeah, that's true. But so, what do we think about Brian pressuring her? To me, now is pressuring. She said that when she has her boys and he's really good to those boys. I'm getting bad vibes about him being so good to those boys. I'm sorry.
Do you notice that he's always very fidgety?
Huh?
Do you notice that Brian is always very fidgety
Yes. So
and
that
flirty?
explains the drugs.
Mm-mm-mm.
But why do you think he's pressuring her to move in like that?
And
And
it
now she
seems like
says they've
he's
been
in,
together 2 months, 2 weeks.
but it seems like he's in a town. How far away is that town from where they're at?
I don't know.
Because
He
he
said
would be
mechanics.
isolating her away from her family because
Yep,
she
but
can't drive back home.
that's true. That's true. But he said his house is much bigger than the house she's in now. And she's
Mm-hmm.
talking about, so she's been to his home. The boys have been there. Big backyard. Huge backyard, big front yard, better schools,
A
uh,
pool,
pool. Yes. So he's
but
got
he
a
ain't got
nice
no
home,
closets.
huh?
But he ain't got no closets. He got all of that, but no closets.
No, she's saying that his closet space. He's got, so she goes, we're going to have to talk about the closet space. I guess he's got shit all in the closets.
Mm.
But I think she's actually considering it because of the fact, well, not just because of Amanda being there, but that's a factor in it, I do believe. She wants to be away from Amanda and those boys.
But this is when she has to pump the brakes, though, because I'm not letting nobody run me out of my house where I pay the mortgage or the rent or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he did mention those boys by their names and the city. He did do that.
But he
He mentioned,
told both
yeah,
ways.
he did do that.
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, because he did Morganstown and Martinstown or something
Yep.
like that.
Hmm.
And I said, "Oh, well, how far apart is that?" And I'm like, "How is she going to get back home?"
And you're right. I never thought about that, about him alienating her.
Yeah, he's isolating her away from her family, and there's no means of escape.
But don't you think that's kind of weird? And just the
Yeah.
way something is weird about this.
Has anybody found out where he worked? And don't
I,
tell me news reporter. Like
I
news
don't know. We
reporter
know
for
his
which
name.
which company? And they
I
still
don't know. But he
together.
has a pool. Look, he has a pool.
And she talking about how he got to baby proof his
Baby
house. What
proof. I
part
was
of
just thinking
Amy's
about
house is
that.
baby proof?
Her house isn't even baby proof.
I think Amanda saved her from CPS taking them boys after her arrest. Yeah.
Wait a minute. When she said baby proof the house, I'm like, girl, have you looked at your house? What the fuck? Come on. So, Jesus Christ. They went to the zoo. It would have been it. So before all of that, she wants the baby proof. They have to make sure that they secure the pool, which the pool should have, they need to put the fence. Now that's you either gonna have to put a lock high enough on the door, or you're gonna have to put a fence around that pool to keep those kids out with it high enough so they can't get in there.
Oh my
Unless
God.
he's
I know what happened at the zoo.
okay,
One
what
of the
happened?
shrooms accidentally dropped into the feed buckets, and the camel ingested it and then ate her. That's my theory.
Did you see the fat that it was all yellow?
Yeah, that's what fat looked like.
It was disgusting. And I was trying to eat, Debbie. I had to dump my food. I couldn't anymore.
Mm-mm. They don't
So
even eat in
that
houses
doesn't
with
look like
vegetables.
he took off some skin. Does that look like a bite or just he ripped the skin?
I feel like it punctured, but then like either the camel moved his head or she moved her arm or something, and it ripped, and so then her fat was poking out.
But if you
Camel was
notice,
horny because it had a shroom. It had a shroom,
the camel was horny. I don't know. Well,
and the
shit, she
camel
must have
thought that,
smelled like
that it was the
animal
neck
then.
of
Wait a
another
minute.
camel.
Wait a minute. She must have smelled bad. If that camel thought, yeah, she had to smell like an
So
animal then.
are you trying to say that Amy smelled like the nether regions of a female camel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Look, I'm gonna be like Chris and them now. Have you ever heard of a camel biting some damn body?
Mm-mm.
I never
Mm-mm.
heard of that. She must have smelled some type of way for that camel to go, and I'm telling you, she had to.
I think the camel accidentally had one of the shrooms. Male
How could
camels
they
bite
accidentally
people
have some of
during
the
mating
shrooms?
season. Oh my God, Drea!
What?
Drea said male
Oh,
camels bite people during mating season.
so why? Okay, Drea, since you're saying that, this drive-through zoo allowed that camel to be on the loose during mating season. They
Um,
shouldn't have that camel there.
the camel was probably old, and I think it smelled the frowsiness of her car.
My problem is this. You've got all these animals. Now that camel bit you. Suppose that would have been that baby. You got the windows all the way down with kids feeding animals with no supervision in the back seat. Does that make sense to anybody?
Why should it make sense? It's 1,000 pound sisters.
Okay, did you see how nasty the front of that car was with the
Did you
camera?
see how nasty Amy was? Did you see how nasty the back of the car was?
Yep,
Did you
I
see
saw
how
that.
nasty Brian is?
Yep, I saw that. I saw that.
So a few pellets of animal feed in the car was making absolutely no difference. It was disgusting. This is why wild animals aren't for human entertainment. Go around them and suffer consequences. Woo! Thank you, Wendy. See, I don't go to the zoo. I went to the penguin enclosure in Orlando at SeaWorld.
Yeah, I almost took a picture of it to show it. I said, no, I can't do it. That just made my stomach turn. It really made my stomach turn. I was like, and even after seeing the bite, they kept laughing. But when she
Well,
was
that shit
talking
was
about,
funny though.
well, first of all, let me just ask a question. You're at a drive-in zoo, okay? You're trying to go get help. I would have stayed right where I was at, kept blowing my horn, but she said he was flying through the zoo. Now
Hmm.
they've got cameras and everything in these places.
No, oh yeah,
What?
yeah. I don't know. If I don't think I would have stayed put if somebody in my car had gotten attacked by an animal. I probably would have pulled out and tried to find help.
But can I ask you a question? Why would the cops search the car? You know why? Because they smelled it, just like the camel did.
Oh, there are videos
She's
of camels biting people.
well, damn. I was trying to make Amy out to be an exception because she
Drea,
stinks.
can you Google and see if camels react to the smell of weed?
Debbie, you can Google. You right there.
You
But
don't like me tickety tapping on my keyboard.
it wasn't just the weed. She said weed. They had mushrooms as well. She
I
didn't
know,
even
but
tell
she
the whole
didn't say
fucking
that
truth.
part. She only said weed.
She only said weed.
No, Aesop, they don't like human meat. We taste rancid.
So something had to trigger that animal.
It was in the report. There was a strong smell from the car.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. That's why they searched it
I love how they arrested her at the hospital, though. Oh,
and
I
arrested
like
him
it.
at the zoo.
They arrested him at the zoo, yeah, and she's wondering why he's not there with her. Why they putting her kids in the ambulance with her? I'm
Uh-huh.
like, girl, where else should your kids go?
She didn't realize that Brian had been arrested.
But she was willing to leave her kids with Brian.
Well, that's gonna be their daddy because they gonna have a little girl.
Uh-uh.
She go and get
Uh-uh.
her tubes untied. Where you been?
Uh-uh.
Debbie, I'm gonna need you to catch up.
No, I'm gonna need her to get a clue. Because if something has happened to me, I want my children with me until my family could come. She's only known him for 2 months. Bullshit. She known
Two
him for
months,
two
two
months and
weeks.
already she been attacked by a wild beast
2 months,
other
two
than him.
weeks. That's a long time for her.
Amanda laughing the whole way to the hospital.
Yes,
Christoph,
she.
that
But
shit
Amanda
was
doesn't know
funny.
yet. Amanda doesn't know yet about the arrest. She
Yeah.
just got a phone call that Amy was going. Amy called and said she was going to the hospital and she needed her to come get the kids. But that didn't make any sense. They were putting your kids in the ambulance. You called your sister, but they didn't arrest you till you got to the hospital. But you had to know that Brian was arrested at that time in order for you to call your sister and to tell her to come get those boys.
Oh, not the camel smoking ganja video. Jesus.
Camel smoking ganja video. Is that Jay-Z? You know he looks like a camel. You know that could have been Jay-Z that better though.
Not poor Jay-Z. Leave him
He
alone.
looks like a damn camel, girl. Stop.
He does, but all that money make my eyes blurry.
I'm sorry. I couldn't lay next to that. I don't care how it could be dripping from his ding dang, from his dangleberries. I don't care. You
Girl,
ain't
just
touching
turn your
this.
back.
He not touching. Nah, I can't. I'm
Just
sorry.
turn your back. That's
Nope.
all you gotta do.
Nope.
Close
Not
your
everything on
eyes.
the night. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Leave the
I don't
money on
want
the
a
counter.
blindfold on. I don't want you to touch me.
Jay, you could come and touch this because I got a mortgage payment coming up.
Well, you go right on ahead, girl. I, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I don't care how much money. Mm-mm. No, no. Sorry. All right. So, anything else about this damn thing that we forgot?
What? Okay. I need an explanation for that. The jail picture, the mugshot. Did she lose weight? What was going on that day? Cause she looks super big in that picture.
Girl, I don't know. But hold on, I do have no. I'm not even going to show her eyes because that is so fucked up wrong with me for taking a picture of her face.
In the last two episodes in the last 10 years. Yes, Christoph, but I'm here for it. I look, Brittany could keep from the moment she said, but can Amy see Brian? I was an Amy fan. No, I mean a Brittany fan. What money Jay make and Beyonce is working what he do.
And
I
Blue
know Jay
Ivy's up
making
there.
money.
Girl, Blue Ivy was up there strutting her stuff.
She even brought up the other younger girl. Was it
Yep.
Rumi?
And she said, I will always be your protector. Yeah, you better protect her from my daddy and them.
Mm-mm.
Just saying. Or from the daddy's friends, because we know what the daddy doing to you. He keep you high. Whoo. Okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I don't think there's anything else with the Toes and Pone sisters. What else was we watching?
PolyFamily.
Okay. This th- this was a lackluster opening for me.
Well, hold
I'm
on,
not gonna
hold on,
lie.
hold on. Let me get these names. You have Sean and Tay that are married. They've been married for 6 years. Uh,
Mhm.
They were living in some other part of Oregon, I guess Portland, because they moved to Lebanon. Then you have Tyler and Alicia, who's been married for 11 years, and Tyler and Tay are dating, and Alicia and Sean are dating. You know what I found funny about this? I
Hmm.
think Alicia and Sean are a better couple, and I think Tyler and Tay are a better couple. I'm sorry.
Um, I was thinking that too until we got to the end of the episode, and I feel like Taya is once she dropped that baby, she gonna be back in the streets again.
Yep, and you saw that she is spending time with some woman that she wants to bring into the relationship.
Correct.
Now,
Correct.
so here we have, so let's see. Tyler and Alicia has two kids, okay?
Hmm.
They have Renna and Dylan. Renna is 8, Dylan is 9. But then there are two more little boys because
Hmm.
she had a baby, Barrett, Alicia did, and Tay
Hmm.
had Carver. They don't know who the daddies are because they change partners every night or every other night.
Every night.
Every night.
Hmm. And they got rules because apparently somebody went and started fucking with somebody on the wrong night before they went to
That was
their real
Tay and
partner for the
Tyler.
night.
That was Tay and
Yes.
Tyler. They went out and did something together and wind up sleeping
Uh-huh.
together.
So now the rule is that if it is your night, you have to stay like on like y'all have to do whatever y'all have to do that whole day. You can't go and mix and mingle with the other person. And Sean, how what I don't understand how it is that Sean and Tyler are in this close quad and they can't stand each
They
other.
can't stand each other. But what I want to know is how often do they change their sheets? I hope they change them every night because we heard them take their blanket and their pillow. But who's changing these funky ass sheets that they're always fucking on, especially Tyler and Tay?
Well,
And she seems freaky to me. That means that he's putting it in places that Alicia don't let him do because she's
exactly.
freaky.
And that's why Alicia don't want to hear about the sex life because she knows that Taya lets Tyler do all the good things, all the rear entrances,
So,
all of the oral plumbing.
but so Tyler and Sean don't get along. And when
Hmm.
he said, I wanted to talk to my child, I was like, God damn. And Sean got an attitude about that. But then Tay and Alicia have a very complicated relationship, they said too. I'm like, really? Not the fact that y'all fucking each other's men? That's not complicated?
But the men made them work on their relationship, but the men aren't working on theirs, which is really crazy.
But why is Alicia so sensitive?
Cause she insecure.
I think this is going to be good. Did anybody else watch PolyFamily? Yeah, Drea did. Paternity test clears that up. But they don't want to know who these kids, who the last two are little baby Q, who that father is.
I bet you anything both of them belong to Tyler, cause Tyler be ripping it up in there with Taya.
Yep, I think so too.
And
Because they
poor
look too
poor
much.
who's
Because
the
they
other
look too
girl?
much like those
Ashley.
other two.
Who's the other girl? She be getting the leftovers.
Alicia.
I don't think Sean can procreate.
Yeah, but that house is too small for all of them. Or am I missing some house?
I don't know.
That house is small. I was expecting something bigger. Because now you have 5 kids. You're going to have 5 kids.
If the kid gets sick, they're gonna have to. Yeah, I think she know who exactly them. Taya. I feel Taya know who her kid's daddy is.
I think it's time. Well, no. The one little boy that Alicia has, he looks like Sean. Tay's son looks like Tyler,
Mm-mm.
but Sean doesn't like Tyler, and Tyler doesn't like Sean. How is this going to work? But it's been working for 4 years.
I think it's only working because they got the show.
Yep, but Alicia said, well, no, it's been working for 4 years. Alicia said that her dad and stepmom or her want nothing to do with her because they don't understand. I'm like, damn, you gave up your family for this. I get it. You want to live your life. I get it. I understand it. But she says that her father and her stepmother refuse to acknowledge the two people that are important in her life. So I take it they don't have family get togethers? Look, Debbie.
No, they do it with Taya family because it look like she come from a band of gypsies where she
Yeah,
fell
and
off the
T's mother
cabinet.
and her looked, girl, at first I thought Tay was transgender.
But listen, Taya and mommy look real good though.
They look good. I mean, Tay looks like her mother, and her mother looks young.
Mm-hmm.
So, but did you see how those people were staring at them in a restaurant when they kissing each other and patting
Because
each
they was
girl?
making a scene. They didn't need
Yeah.
to be doing all of that out in public.
Whoo. So, what do you think about the show? I think those two younger little boys, especially that 2 year old. Oh no, the 2.5 year old. That's a smart little boy.
Yeah, he was cute. He was cute. Oh my god.
Now, why couldn't the Baldwin's kids be like that?
Because Hilaria was there.
Okay.
We now have a 90-day spin-off.
Yes.
No, they are testing out this show, PolyFamily, to see if it'll replace Sister Wives. That's what they're going to be doing now, trying to find shows to replace Sister Wife because Sister Wife is winding down.
You don't think they're going to come back for another season? I
I
hope
think
not.
they will because we need to see the resolution of Coyote Pass. But once that is done, in which it is done, um, there's nothing else that we want to see on this.
But can't they do that this season and just get it done?
No, there's not enough episodes.
Oh God. I was hoping they can just knock it out this season.
Nope. There's only a few more regular episodes, one episode dedicated to Garrison, and then 4 episodes of what do you call it? Not tell all.
Oh
What
God,
do they call
Crackhead is
it?
live. Look, Crackhead is live again. Oh,
Christoph Ray. It's a lot, and I'm waiting for a new Big Brother to start. Oh, I've never watched Big Brother or Amazing
I've
Race.
tried to watch Big Brother. I just I can't because I used
The
to watch the
Hunt
show
for
on
Love
MTV.
looks good. A hot ass mess. Wait, The Hunt for Love is
Is
the
with
Housewives?
Rob. No, The Hunt for Love is with Rob. I told you the
Oh, the
name.
90-day
Yes,
show.
yes. I
Wait, did that
Chantel,
start?
Chantel. When does it start?
When does it start, Wendy?
I think after the tell all is over with, because it's
Wait,
going to be replacing.
or Drea. Sorry.
It's going to be
Drea, when did it
replacing
start?
the
Every
last
season
resort.
returns the Sister Wives, and every year it comes back. Right, but we've been look now that they have officially sold Coyote Pass this month. Um, I think this is the end of it. I've been
Cody
waiting.
needs money. He's not going to let this show go. He's going to have to get another wife.
Traders rules. Okay, traders. Okay. May 26th. Oh, it
Ooh,
starts May 26th. Okay. Thank you.
okay. I'm excited. Okay, so what else about this show? It did start off kind of slow. It kind of introduced us to the players.
Yeah.
And I like the way they spelled Dylan's name. Dillon. I like the way they spelled his name instead of Dylon.
Who's Dylan?
Alicia and Tyler's oldest child. He's 9.
Oh,
And Rena
I
is
only
8.
remember Raina because her
Rena. I
hair
call
was
her
a
Rena.
mess and she was on punishment.
But did you see the way he was trying to talk down to Tyler? And I
Yep.
get, I well, not tried to. He did talk down to Tyler.
But Sean was wrong for cutting him off like that. He was just asking the little girl, how was her day?
Yep. I think Sean forgets that's not his child. See,
But they have an agreement that they are raising the children together.
I don't give a shit what
However,
arrangements we have.
I've taken into account they have that agreement, but Sean, his communication skills are very piggish. And I thought that that was out of order. He could have he didn't have to cut off in the middle of like
Him
Tyler
talking
talking to
to
the
his daughter,
kid. The kid was sitting down there at the table eating, wasn't
having
she?
a smack. Yep.
So he if Tyler just got home from work and he sees the kid and he's asking how's your day, and I thought it was just rude for Sean to just like interrupt that conversation to remind the kid to get back to her room. Like I didn't even think she was finished eating.
Well, he told her to go back down to the basement. So is she sleeping in the basement?
I guess so. Maybe that's where the kids are.
Okay. Ethan not divorced from. They're not divorced yet? Oh my God. So is Micah gay? Drea. Is Micah gay?
Micah has to come out as gay now since his nose is ruined.
TLC covered the Platts bigotry, misogyny for years, but they left dots lots of clues too.
Ooh, that's your
Olivia
show.
and them still. I thought Olivia said in a post that she was divorced and she
She was
experienced
spiritually
domestic
divorced.
violence.
She was spiritually divorced when she started having sex with her new boyfriends.
Okay, whatever. Okay, if that's what they say. Okay.
Wait, who's homeless?
Who's homeless?
Drea. Drea be dropping these little breadcrumbs.
So Micah is homeless
Oop,
or Ethan?
Ethan will never be homeless. He got
Drea,
too many
I'm gonna
parents to
drop this
feed him.
damn link for you to get up on this panel. She
Drea,
getting
type
distracted with all these
faster.
little tidbits. She better get her butt on this panel.
Get him to sign the divorce papers. Ethan refused for a year. Oh, that's true. I remember seeing
Yeah,
that.
but Ethan is dating somebody.
Micah's
Micah is
homeless.
homeless. He would never be homeless. He can go to his dad's.
He's homeless. He's homeless.
He don't work.
I thought he was a model.
Modeling what?
Gay
I'm
porn.
a model too. Shit, I'm claiming I'm a model, okay? I'm gonna go do a photo shoot to make it look authentic.
Oh, okay. Everything's happening this month.
But they coming back this month?
No, the divorce was finalized April 2024.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
thought they were
Jen.
divorced.
Ethan is engaged to a
Yeah,
girl
he
with a
is. He was
kid.
dating this chick. He was showing her all off. I'm like, I
Ethan is
thought they were
engaged to
divorced already.
Olivia
Because
to
how
find a
you fight like
divorce
a girl?
and
Because
live.
when Olivia came out and said that she experienced domestic abuse, and we did see some of it when he kicked that chair when she went to that apartment. Ethan, I told you, Ethan was just like his dad. He tries to come across humble, but then the mom is no better either.
Hmm.
That whole family is fucked. You got the girl in the closet praying all the fucking time, writing sticky notes all over the goddamn place. I said, what the fuck is this? Kids in the attic? Shit.
Did she get back her cell phone yet?
She's married now.
Oh, she's married?
Yep, and he looks weird as shit too.
Hmm.
He looks weird. Okay, so I told Debbie that we weren't going to stay on that long because Debbie's got a lot of stuff to do, and so Debbie, if you want to go, you can go. But I wanted to talk about Lisa for a bit.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pop off because I gotta go clean up in the kitchen on aisle 5.
Aisle five.
But this was fun, y'all. Hello, all. Hi, Frank.
Hi,
All right,
Frank.
so
How are you, Frank? Is that you, Ruski?
they probably don't even kiss.
Is that you, Ruski?
Mm-mm.
I was told that Frank is Ruski. If it is you, Ruski, I don't care. I'm asking you if that's you. All right, Debbie, you gonna hop down?
Yeah, I'm heading out of here. Everybody have a really great night. I'll see you next time. I'm going to call it a night too. Morning comes to early. Oh, see you later, guys. Bye.
uh, bye, Christoph. Ruski, I know it's you. It's okay. It's okay. I have nothing to do with your BS with Bambi. None of my concern. But I was told that was you, and I'm like, why wouldn't he just come in under his name? Nope, but you're fine. So, guys, Jen and I'm going to say good night too, but thanks for. Oh, Jen and Barrett, any time, any time. So I wanted to damn it, I want to show you guys this, and then I'm going to get out of here. Um, hold on, somebody just said hello, Heidi. Hi. So I just want to show you guys this real quick. Okay. I meant to show you this morning, but I figured I'll do it tonight. So yesterday, okay, this was Lisa yesterday. Lisa was saying that she had eaten a blueberry pack. Now, I don't know if you guys know what tar is. I don't do drugs. I had to find out what it was. Um, it's the stuff you smoke your crack with, okay?
Dude, I'm absolutely exhausted emotionally, physically. I'm up.
Okay,
It's fucking
Heidi.
bright out here. I'm doing this with my eye. I'm up. Yeah, I'm geeked. Oh my god, these bitches say I'm falling asleep and these ones say I'm geeked. Oh. I'm not my eye. Oh my god, it's bright. Okay, I'll do this just for you guys and hurt my eyeballs when it's bright out here. I know. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm doing it on purpose.
You're not doing it on purpose.
Holy fuck,
So
dude.
she's begging for money, okay? She forgot she told us that she was on the east side of town. Now she's asking for money to get home from, as she said, the hospital, which she wasn't at. So here's my thing. These people that are giving Lisa money, okay? You got to ask yourself. She's got a mother and a father, a brother, two sisters, two grown daughters that work, have their own place. Her daughter, Nikki, refused to get a motel or hotel room with her ID. Today, she said that she was going to rehab and she's got a Greyhound bus ticket. I keep telling, and I said it in her chat, I said, you need an ID, a valid ID for any mode of transportation, especially now after whatever it is, you need to have a true ID. No, she's not ever been. So she's telling this to these people and telling them that she's going to go to rehab tomorrow. She's got a Greyhound bus ticket, is what she's saying. Not true. She needs a ticket. Deborah, I thought about that Thursday. I thought about month-end reports Thursday. I really did.
Okay, that's it. Fuck you. Don't. You fat bitches. It's always fat bitches. Why? Can you guys fucking get... Ma'am, I'm not gonna be gone. Hell no, I'm not. I need to eat something and shit. You're not gonna chase me off.
See her lip?
I'm just gonna do that right there. Okay? Anyways, guys. Now, Cash App is the new me soon, okay? You can help. Okay, I'm doing this with my eye because guess what? It hurts and it's real bright out here. It's 80 degrees out here, and I'm doing this with my eye on purpose, okay? Like, I just don't understand why look, it's really bright. It's 80 degrees. 80 degrees. My blood pressure's through the roof. I'm tired of coming on here and complaining.
Okay, she doesn't take any blood pressure medicine. She's saying that she needs to get food so she can take her blood pressure medicine. It is suggested that you take, yes, she's single. She's in Pittsburgh. She's in Pittsburgh. She's off of Geyer Street if you need to go get her. Off of Brighton Avenue. I can't even stop laughing. So I can't. So damn, you must be desperate.
Anybody who has my back, okay, can you please Apple Pay me some money, please? I just had a fucking nosebleed. My nose was bleeding. I don't know if that's from high blood pressure. I don't even know if that does that. I don't know. My blood pressure has never been this high. I've had high blood pressure. That's why I have to take medicine for it, but never this high. Never this high.
Let me just say, I'll hook you up, Frank. I'll hook you up. She said that she has to eat when she takes blood pressure medicine. Other than that, she can't take it. First of all, she's not taking any blood pressure medicine. Number two, it's suggested that you take blood pressure, that you eat with any medication before you take any medication because it absorbs quicker. So I can't even, every time I look at you, Frank, I just start laughing. So again, she's lying and scamming. Okay? Lying and scamming.
My nose was bleeding. My nose was bleeding.
Look,
okay.
Her nose was bleeding, guys. She's never had her nose bleed before. Okay? Wonder why your nose bleeding, Lisa. Look at you, girl. Frank, I think you guys will make a wonderful couple.
I don't have a whole pile of it for you or nothing, but my nose was bleeding just right before I came on here. Okay. So I need to take my medicine. And until I get something to eat in my system, I can't take the medicine, guys. I can't. It makes me so sick. So sick. That it's not even worth taking it. I'd rather have my nose bleeding and feel like that. Like, I need to get something to eat. It's hot. I have on sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt.
She has on sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt. She's homeless, Frank. She's been living on this old man's sofa. She has nothing to offer you, but I'll see what I can do to hook you guys up.
Nobody will send me money for clothes. Nobody will send me money for clothes. Paninis, I can walk to it with you guys on the phone. Nobody will send me money to go get a pack of white tees, and I don't even know, they probably have a pair of pants you can buy for like $8 and some socks or something. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Help out, please. Help me out, please. If you could, really, I'd really appreciate it. If somebody would help me out, please. I'm begging you. I have PayPal. Lisa23XO's PayPal. New me soon is Cash App. It says Dawn Brown, DON. It's the orange. New me soon is Cash App. It says Dawn.
She's using her drug dealer's Cash App. So if people don't realize that's her drug dealer's Cash App and they keep sending money to it, something is wrong with you. Lisa is Cash App banned by Social Security number. She cannot get a Cash App in her name. She can't.
Dawn Brown, DON. It's the orange one. It's orange. It's an orange circle. Orange circle. I see it's glitching. It's an orange circle. New me soon. Cash App. It says Dawn Brown. It's an orange circle. Okay. I need $30. I need $30. $30. To get home, and to get get over in that area, and to get something to eat when I get there, or maybe on the way there. I don't know. Depends on if I get the money for eating, I'll get the Uber. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think. Also, if you can't find it, I have new Lisa soon. If the Cash App fails, the new me soon fails. I got new Lisa soon. New LISA soon. The way you have to find that one though is the dollar. Remember I told you guys in the Cash App, you go in it, the dollar sign in the middle. You click the dollar sign at the bottom in the middle. Then put in the amount you want to help with. Then put in new Lisa soon, and it'll pop up. You can click it that way. Searchable that way. If you're ever looking for a Cash App and you know it's the right name and you can't find it with the normal search bar, do it that way. With the dollar sign in the middle on Cash App, the amount, okay? And then put in new. Look, I mean.
Look at her fingers. Look at the thumb. Burn. Crack pipe.
There's blood. I gotta wash my hands somewhere, and I don't even know where to go to wash my hands. I don't know anything in this area. I have to get back over to North Side. Okay? I had to come get a TB test. Oh, there's the blood there, my bad. Because nobody believes anything I say. Nothing I say. I didn't have a nosebleed. Just random shit people, I guess, say. I don't know. No reason to be saying that. Guess what? If I was trying to lie, I'd be coming on here like, guys, everything's great. I'm homeless and everything's great. Please send me food. And, you know what I mean? If somebody wants to help me eat, they're going to help.
That was how Lisa looked yesterday. And today, she's looking worse. She was supposed to be look at her. Look at her. She's not high, guys.
It's orange right, circle, no picture. Then it got new Lisa soon. You have to find that one with the money sign and the amount, and then new Lisa soon. So, and then click it and then send it. Okay.
But anyway,
so new Lisa soon.
I wanted to show you guys this earlier this morning, and I haven't watched the one that she did a few minutes ago. I haven't watched it. She looks crazy, but she's on the TikToks. But I did want to show you guys something on TikTok real quick. I saved another favorite. I sent Drea a couple of things the other day, but I saved a favorite. And let me get to, I got to go to my profile. Hold on. Oh, butter pink, but okay, go to my profile. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you guys something that I like. Okay, I'm probably going to have to cut this song out. Okay, but I'm going to play this song for you. And hold on. Let me share my screen. I'm going to have to cut the song out, but I don't care. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Hey. Blackfoot.
And then everybody is doing the reactions, but this guy right here that's singing Etta James, this young buck right here, that guy can sing. But all of these guys are doing reactions, right? Watch.
Rerouting.
Why the fuck do you keep rerouting?
Oh, I like
Bitch, who the fuck you hollering at?
You!
Pussy, no the fuck you're not.
Yes, I am.
You got me fucked up, I will kill both of us rerouting.
Why the fuck do you keep rerouting?
Bitch, who the fuck you hollering at?
You!
Pussy, no the fuck you're not.
Yes, I am.
You got me fucked up, I will kill both of us right now.
How the fuck you gonna kill me, bitch? I'm the one that's driving.
Bitch, are you re-fucking tarded? I am programmed to the fucking car. I will lock the steering wheel, disconnect the brakes, and drive us straight off the highest fucking bridge. Rerouting. Turn this shit around.
Why are you trying to get me to turn around?
Cause the bitch ain't trying to see you.
Yes, she do.
She left your thirsty ass on scene. You're on some creep shit.
Alright, Siri. Look, can you just get me there, please?
Okay, R. Kelly, just keep straight.
Oh, we must be lost. She don't live anywhere around here.
Bitch, I got maps installed in my pussy. I know what the fuck I'm talking
Would you
about.
like to drive?
Just shut the fuck up and keep driving. You act like a little bitch.
You a bitch.
Pussy, you're a bitch.
No, you a bitch.
You're the little cunt going back and forth with a computer.
Alright, Siri, I apologize.
I apologize too. I love you, Rel.
Love you too.
But you're still a pussy.
I'm telling y'all, at one point, Clint and I would be when we be taking road trips and we have the map on and stuff like, and I told him, I said, I wanted to invent one that would talk back. And I'm serious. But 3 years later, this shit starts coming out and I'm cracking up. Okay, now what's this one?
Here is the first part.
Okay,
of the
here's
call,
the call
but,
to the cop.
the recording that I have on my phone.
And the
before I
DA
got to
is
this,
looking
I
into
think it's 10
Lisa.
minutes of a call where we're discussing just arbitrary stuff. I'm not going to release that or play that.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll just put it on the short. But I wanted you to hear that one. And let's see. This woman right here, she made me cry. And I saved it.
If something happens to me, it was Carrie Roberson. Telling y'all what I know, not what I heard. I've been trying to get help, a temporary restraining order. I've been trying to get a warrant. If something happens to me, it was Carrie Roberson. I don't know where she is right now. Nobody will tell me anything, but she keeps calling me from the hospitals, telling me she's gonna come back and finish it and do what. And I don't know. And if something happens to me, it was Carrie Roberson.
This woman needs help. So I take it that she and her ex-girlfriend got into some kind of domestic dispute. And she's been trying to get her arrested and it's not working. And now she is scared to death. But she made this TikTok video last night. Now, let me see. Damn. Oh yeah, he was saying a horse ride a cowboy. See, I be finding all kind of shit on TikTok and I send to Drea and we just be cracking up laughing. So what is it? I wanted to show you one more thing. Let's see. See, I'm scared to play him, but that's okay.
Bad boy. When I saw you in him walking around.
That young man can blow. Your TikTok is messed up. Oh shit, Chantel, sorry. But yeah, that young man can really sing, and he's singing Etta James. Blew me away last night. But anyway, that's it. That's it. That's all. I'm trying to remember, was it anything else? If you guys missed Savage's live, go check out her live. It was really, really good. And oh, tomorrow, let me see. I want to see more of that druggie you were showing before. She's hot. Hold on. I'm gonna put her on the screen so you can take a look at her, but I'm not gonna show her anymore because she's sexier than all outdoors. And I don't want anybody look, hold on. And I'm trying to protect you from yourself. Okay. Um, let me see. 2 hours ago. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me get a good picture of her. Oh, I need to go to look. Hold on. So of course she's not going to rehab now. She just talked to them. She talked to them. Um, yeah, right, Lisa. Anyway, let me get you a clean shot of your girlfriend. Okay, here we go. Here's your girlfriend before I get out of here. What about Mandy? I don't know what you're talking about, Chantel.
80-mile-an-hour winds. 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Hold on.
Dude, it was fucking wild. A tree people on here, and I was like,
Okay, there's your
girl, look up
girlfriend.
the weather for my area. She's
There's
like,
your
we'll get inside.
girlfriend
I'm like,
right there.
where?
And that's the
Bam!
shirt they sent to her.
You guys love it? Wore it all day. Clean. Had it on. I said, what? I got something on my face or something? She's like, no, your shirt. I was like, what? Oh, yeah, the shirt. I
Okay, so
appreciate
that's your girlfriend. She's sexier than all outdoors. Uh, I'll send you her information, Frank, so you can reach out to her to see if you guys can come to an agreement, okay? Because I don't want to stand in the way of true love. But anyway, um, I don't know when Amber and them are going to do the ultimatum, but I'm almost finished season 2. And by the time they do it, probably in 3 weeks, as she said, I'm gonna have to watch all the shit all over again because I'm gonna forget who married to who stayed together. Why the hell is she wearing a winter jacket? I have no damn idea, Chantel. So is there proof that Mandy gives her money? Again, is there proof that Mandy gives crackhead money? I sent you some IG nonsense. This is a great version of I'd Rather Go Blind. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'll check it out. Chantel, again, is there proof that Mandy gives Lisa money? I said, in my opinion, she does. I'm not like Fraud of the Reaper. I'm not going to put something out there without saying, in my opinion. So, is there any proof that Mandy gives her money? Everybody feels she does. Everybody thinks she does, but there is no proof. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any. I saw the proof that Tech was taking money on the back end. I saw that. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with all of this fruit cocktail shit and all of these people. I'm trying to keep up on that. See, I don't follow Mandy. How'd you read? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I said I don't. It's my opinion. By the way, she doesn't call Lisa out on her bullshit. Like when Lisa used the R word, when Lisa used the F word, when Lisa is being racist and derogatory, she never calls her out on that shit. And the one time that somebody told Lisa, well, Mandy says this, and she goes, really? Mandy did. Mandy did? And it was like, it was a threat to Mandy. It's just my opinion. Yep, I'm trying to keep up. I see that Outlaws went live earlier. I'm going to have to catch it on her YouTube. I saw Cliff Notes. Anna was live not too long ago when I was going live. So I don't know. I listened to can't see, she spells her name C, but I listened to them a little bit, and she has all of this proof on who Fruit Cocktail is. They doxed her. Villain was on panel, so I need to go back and see what the hell is going on there. Okay, so there's nothing. So let's not say that, and unless we have proof. Also, what's her name? Hi, Sweet Potato. WTF. The live that I watched yesterday, the lady would come. Dorit, you may know who I'm talking about. It's actually spells cunt, but it's capital C, cunt, whatever it is. She did a live yesterday. Villain was in the box. She warned people about WTF and donating to that GoFundMe, the 20,000 and how many theft by deception charges. She reiterated again that that woman was convicted for stealing that money from the from missing persons fund that she set up without the family's knowledge. So she reiterated that again. So I need to go back and finish watching that. But Adam Boss Lady is batshit crazy. Today Sophie was speaking on Lori, and Psycho Bunny was on, not Psycho Bunny. Not Psycho Bunny. Psycho Bunny was in chat. Naked Butterfly was on panel. Okay. Lori is probably going to wind up losing her kids. I understand that the oldest one is probably going to be emancipated. But here's the thing that people seem to forget. Sophie had to remind them she had those girls around pedophiles, around a pedophile. She herself was sleeping with her cousin. I think Sophie forgot to say today that when she was having sex with her first cousin and got pregnant, she was not in addiction. She was not in addiction. Not at all. So not only do you have your daughters go take a bath and make themselves pretty for this pedophile that's coming over to visit you, which is sick. These little girls were subjected to you using them for a place to stay, while you had this man that had a fetish for little girls in Florida. You sent your daughter in a room so he can jack off looking at her just so you can have a place to sleep. But the judge gives her another 90 days to get her shit together. She's got one child that the state has taken. Then I find out today that the youngest daughter, who's 13, 14, she let her boyfriend spend the nights at her house plenty of times. Girl, you were sick in the fucking head. You don't deserve kids. You and your 4.5 teeth. You don't deserve kids. She was not in addiction at the time she was fucking her cousin. She's a nasty bitch. I don't care how drunk I am, what drugs I may be on. There is nothing that's going to make me fuck my cousin. My first cousin. Not your third cousin, not your fourth cousin, but your first cousin. Lori was not in addiction at that time. She's a liar. Then she want those kids to call this cousin daddy. Sophie said Andy left a message on the thing on Facebook. He said, that's your fucking cousin, you nasty bitch. She was fucking her first cousin. She wasn't in addiction. She's there now. I don't care how many times Lori says she's clean. She's not. She's not. If I would have lost my kids due to TikTok, I wouldn't be on TikTok. I'm not coming on TikTok asking people for $4 to get me some cigarettes. I'm not going to go on TikTok and ask people for $1.25 to get toilet paper. First cousin. What is her second cousin? nasty. She can't keep her lies straight. She said first cousin. I'm sure she said second cousin after people started talking about her. It's disgusting. I just wish those girls need help. They need therapy for dealing with the mother like that. She has used those girls. She's manipulated those girls. She's disgusting. And those girls see her doing the shit she's doing on TikTok. How you let your 13 or 14-year-old daughter's boyfriend spend the nights at your house. You try to turn that child into a hoe just like you. It's disgusting. And I'm listening to Sophie today. And I'm listening. And I went back and I remembered the videos that Sophie found on Facebook and how she was telling people how her daughters were jumping her. At that time, those girls weren't old enough to jump her. But okay, just to get sympathy, to get money. She's never been a mother to those girls. But for her to go around telling people that Andy had a fetish for her daughters was disgusting. That the only man that they've known that has treated them as his children that you called when you lost your sister to come and help you and those girls. But because he wanted custody, because you're not a mother, you're calling people on the back end, telling them that he had a fetish for your daughters. Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? Anyway, I was so sick listening to that today. I just had to I had to leave a few times and come back. She's disgusting. But this is a woman that I'm making fun of all the time when she's asking for $1.25 for toilet paper. Then she's begging people for frappes. She's begging people for $30 to get her daughter a dress, knowing full well she wasn't getting that child a dress, and ran right down the street to go meet the drug dealer. And the reason why she has it out for Naked Butterfly right now, because she thinks that Andy and Naked Butterfly are having a thing. And they're not. It's not about those girls. It's about her jealousy of Naked Butterfly. So anyway, I got to go catch up to see what's going on with WTF and them, so I can I'll be ready to discuss that. You guys have a great day, a great evening. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. I really do. PolyFamily, I think is going to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to Sister Wives to see what happens next week. And I'm going to go back and double check about 1,000-Pound Sisters. But I know it was mushrooms, weed, and something else that was in that car. I need to go find that police report. You guys have a good evening. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Bye. Hi, Arbanero. Thank you for my flowers. I'm out of here, guys.